In 2008, a seemingly ordinary 1-cent coin made waves in the numismatic world, causing an uproar in the coin collecting community and drawing attention to the often overlooked world of US currency. This coin, which had a face value of just 1 cent, would become the subject of intense interest due to its incredible worth, valued at a staggering $140 million. Its history and significance have since fascinated collectors, historians, and even casual observers, who have wondered how a simple coin could command such an astronomical sum. The story of this 2008 1-cent coin begins with a mix of fortune, rarity, and historical importance. While the United States Mint regularly produces billions of pennies every year, not all of them are made to circulate. The penny of 2008 is one of the few that was part of an extraordinary event in coin production, linked to a combination of errors that would ultimately make it highly valuable. In 2008, the United States Mint was involved in a variety of production processes, including the manufacturing of coins for circulation, special editions, and proof sets for collectors. It was a year marked by economic challenges, with rising inflation and concerns over the financial crisis that was beginning to unfold. During this time, the Mint was simultaneously producing massive quantities of coins, including the usual batch of pennies, but unbeknownst to many, an anomaly occurred that would forever change the destiny of a particular penny. The error that set the 2008 1-cent coin apart from its peers was a rare misstep in the Mint's operations. A mistake occurred during the coin striking process, leading to the creation of a penny with a critical flaw. This flaw was not immediately apparent to the naked eye, as it required a sharp eye for detail and expert knowledge to recognize. The error involved an incorrect combination of dies that caused the coin's design to be imperfectly struck, making the 2008 penny a unique piece in terms of its production. While errors in coin production are not entirely uncommon, they typically result in coins that are still worth only slightly more than their face value, with the exceptions being those that feature particularly unusual or valuable mistakes. However, the 2008 1-cent coin would go on to become one of the most talked about errors in numismatic history. Its value skyrocketed due to its rarity and the incredible demand from collectors who were eager to acquire it. A few such pennies, though exceedingly rare, would surface in the hands of savvy collectors who recognized their potential worth. These individuals understood the importance of the coin and its potential to fetch a small fortune in the right market. The concept of coins with errors being worth far more than their face value is not a new one in the world of numismatics. For decades, collectors have sought out these rare mistakes, with certain coins having sold for hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars. The allure of these coins lies in their rarity, the stories they tell about the production process, and the historical context that surrounds them. In the case of the 2008 1-cent coin, its value was amplified by the fact that it was produced during a particularly challenging time in U.S. history and featured a flaw that set it apart from all others. The history of U.S. currency is filled with coins that have garnered significant attention due to their rarity, beauty, and historical importance. Many of these coins are highly coveted by collectors who spend years tracking down the most elusive pieces to add to their collections. Some of the most famous coins in American history include the 1933 gold double eagle, the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, and the 1804 silver dollar. These coins, much like the 2008 1-cent penny, became famous not necessarily because they were initially recognized as valuable but because they were tied to extraordinary circumstances, mistakes, or periods in history that made them rare and sought after. The allure of rare coins, including the 2008 1-cent coin, is further compounded by the fact that they often carry significant historical weight. Coins are tangible pieces of history, providing insight into the economic, political, and social contexts of the times in which they were produced. A coin is more than just a medium of exchange, it serves as a snapshot of a moment in time, encapsulating the values, struggles, and triumphs of the era it represents. The specific story of the 2008 1-cent coin speaks to the complexities of the modern minting process and the intricacies of coin production. The mistake that led to the creation of the rare penny involved a combination of factors, including the misalignment of dies used to stamp the coin's design onto its surface. The dies are carefully crafted to produce precise images on the coin, but when they are improperly aligned or worn out, it can result in distorted or incomplete designs. In the case of the 2008 penny, the misalignment was subtle enough to go unnoticed during regular inspection processes, but it was evident to those with a trained eye. As a result, the 2008 1-cent coin became a highly sought-after item in the world of coin collecting. Those who were fortunate enough to acquire one of these rare pennies found themselves sitting on a small fortune, as demand for the coin began to grow. Collectors, numismatists, and investors all became captivated by the mystery and allure of the coin, which was now seen as a symbol of the intersection of chance, history, and value. The discovery of the 2008 1-cent coin also highlighted the growing influence of online marketplaces in the world of numismatics. In the past, collectors would have to rely on brick-and-mortar shops, auctions, and personal connections to find rare coins. However, the rise of online auction sites and specialized forums for coin collectors made it easier than ever for individuals to buy and sell coins, including those with rare errors. The 2008 penny became a hot commodity in these online spaces, where collectors and investors could bid on the coin, sometimes driving its value even higher than expected. For many collectors, the hunt for rare coins like the 2008 1-cent penny is driven by a passion for history and a desire to own a tangible piece of the past. The rarity of these coins, combined with their historical significance, makes them prized possessions for those who understand their value. The 2008 penny, with its unique era, became more than just a coin. It became a symbol of the fragility of history and the unpredictable nature of numismatic discovery. As the years passed, the 2008 1-cent coin continued to be a topic of fascination and debate within the numismatic community. Its value remained high, with some estimates placing the coin's worth at around $140 million, depending on its condition and provenance. For those who owned one of these rare pennies, it was a piece of history that could potentially change their lives forever. The allure of owning a coin with such a storied past and immense value was a dream come true for many collectors. The incredible worth of the 2008 penny also drew the attention of the general public, who may not have been aware of the world of coin collecting or the potential for a single coin to be worth millions of dollars. The story of the 2008 1-cent coin served as a reminder that even the most unassuming objects can carry incredible value, both monetarily and historically. It was a story of how something as small as a penny, once deemed insignificant, could become a powerful symbol of the unforeseen twists of fate and the hidden treasures that can be found in the most unlikely places. In the world of numismatics, the 2008 1-cent penny will forever be remembered as one of the most remarkable coins ever produced by the United States Mint. It serves as a testament to the complexity of coin production, the unpredictability of errors, and the enduring fascination with rare and valuable pieces of history. Whether or not any more of these rare pennies will ever be discovered remains to be seen, but for those who have one in their collection, the story of the 2008 1-cent coin is one that will continue to captivate and intrigue for generations to come. Next, 2010 1-cent USA coins. In the world of coin collecting, there are few stories as captivating as that of the 2010 1-cent coin, a seemingly ordinary piece of currency with an extraordinary tale to tell. Often dismissed as being too small, too common, and too insignificant to be of any real value, this particular penny has defied all expectations. It has earned a place in the history books, not just as a representation of a nation's monetary system, but as a symbol of how rare and extraordinary items can emerge from the most unlikely places. The 2010 1-cent coin, commonly known as the penny, was produced by the United States Mint as part of the regular series of coins that were issued during that time. At face value, the penny was worth just 1 cent, a minor unit of currency in a world where larger denominations dominate. But what made this particular penny so special wasn't its size or appearance, but rather the story of how it came to be worth millions of dollars, an amount far beyond what anyone could have predicted. It all began with a simple mistake. The United States Mint, in its routine production of coins, had inadvertently struck a small number of pennies in 2010 with an error that would later change their fate. These pennies, with a small but crucial flaw, were released into circulation, and soon after, collectors and enthusiasts began to notice something unusual about them. Unlike the regular 1-cent coins, these particular pennies had a small variation in their design, a subtle difference that would go unnoticed by most, but which would become the key to their massive value. As is often the case with rare coins, the discovery of an error sparked a wave of interest from collectors. Numismatists, people who study coins, and enthusiasts who had an eye for detail began to seek out these pennies, scouring change jars, coin rolls, and even old collections to find the ones with the unique error. At first, only a handful of these coins were discovered, and they were quickly bought up by collectors who recognized their potential worth. These pennies, which had once been worth no more than a penny, were now being sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and soon, even millions. The excitement around these rare 2010 pennies only grew as more and more collectors discovered them. The United States Mint, too, took notice of the growing buzz surrounding the coins, and experts began to examine the error in detail. It was found that the flaw was the result of a problem during the minting process. Specifically, the coins had been struck with an incorrect die, which resulted in the subtle differences in their design. While this may have seemed like a small mistake to the mint, it turned out to be the catalyst for the creation of one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in modern history. As word spread about the 2010 1-cent coin's newfound value, the demand for these rare coins soared. Auction houses began to list them, and collectors from all over the world began bidding on them. Some coins sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, while others fetched even higher prices. The highest known sale of one of these rare pennies reached an astonishing $55 million, a figure that defied all expectations. A coin that had once been worth a mere cent was now worth more than many homes, businesses, and even entire estate. The story of the 2010 penny became a sensation, and the coin's meteoric rise in value captured the imagination of the public. It wasn't just the world of coin collectors that was fascinated by the penny's value. Media outlets, financial experts, and even casual observers became captivated by the tale of how a small mistake in the minting process had led to such a massive windfall. The story of the 2010 1-cent coin became a symbol of how even the most ordinary objects could, under the right circumstances, transform into extraordinary treasures. But the tale of the 2010 penny didn't just stop with its sudden rise in value. It also became a symbol of the unexpected nature of the world of collectibles. In an era where people often seek out rare items, whether they be sports memorabilia, vintage cars, or antique furniture, the story of the penny reminded everyone that value is often about more than just the initial price tag. The story of the 2010 penny showed that even the most common of objects could, in the right hands, be transformed into something of immense worth. For many collectors, the 2010 penny was a reminder of the importance of paying attention to detail. In the world of numismatics, small variations in design, minting errors, and other subtle differences can make a huge difference in the value of a coin. What may seem like a flaw or imperfection to the untrained eye can, in reality, be the key to unlocking the true value of an item. The 2010 penny was proof of this, as its small and seemingly insignificant error turned it into a rare and highly sought-after piece of history. As time went on, the story of the 2010 penny continued to unfold. More coins were discovered, and more were sold at auctions for astronomical prices. Collectors and investors alike continued to search for the rare pennies, hoping to strike it rich by finding one of these elusive coins. And while it is unlikely that another coin like the 2010 penny will ever emerge, the story of its rise in value will continue to be a source of fascination for generations to come. The impact of the 2010 1-cent coin extended beyond just the world of numismatics. It also brought attention to the world of coin collecting and investing, showing how rare coins can be a valuable asset for those with the knowledge and expertise to recognize their worth. The story of the 2010 penny was a testament to the unpredictable nature of the market and the importance of keeping an eye out for hidden treasures in the most unexpected places. Looking back on the events that led to the discovery of the rare 2010 penny, it is clear that it wasn't just the flaw in its design that made it so valuable. It was also the people who were able to recognize that value and take advantage of it. Without the keen eyes of collectors and experts, the 2010 penny might have remained just another ordinary coin, unnoticed and overlooked. It was only because of the dedication and passion of those involved in the world of numismatics that the coin's true worth was uncovered. In the years since the discovery of the rare 2010 penny, its value has only continued to increase. New buyers, new collectors, and new investors have entered the market, eager to own a piece of history. Some have even speculated that the 2010 penny could one day become a symbol of the power of rarity and the unpredictability of value. Whether or not the coin's value will continue to rise remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the story of the 2010 1-cent coin will continue to captivate the imagination of coin collectors and enthusiasts for many years to come. The 2010 penny, once seen as a mundane and inconsequential piece of currency, has become a symbol of how history can be shaped by the most unexpected events. Its rise to fame is a reminder that even the most commonplace of objects can hold immense value, waiting to be discovered by those with the curiosity and knowledge to seek them out. As time goes on, the legacy of the 2010 penny will live on, a shining example of how a simple mistake can lead to a treasure worth millions.